So, hello and welcome to another couple of quests that are among, I'm not going to say necessarily my favorite quests, but they are iconic. And in this, we're going to do two different quest chains. They're kind of short, and as you could probably see from the title, these quests are full of excrement, duty, poo. It is the famous WoW poop quest. As far as I know, there is at least one poo quest in every single expansion. Some of them have more than one. We're going to do one from the Outlands, and we're going to do one from Wrath of the Lich King, and I'm sure you all know the one from the Wrath of the Lich King that we're going to do because it is probably the most iconic poo quest in the game. But you know what? They're a lot of fun, so let's do them. First, we are going to start off with Onyx, who very wisely is wearing a pair of gloves. She is going to be talking to Elementalist Lo-Up, who he is looking for a rare bean. He says, "You are ill-equipped to face the restless elements of Nagrand. Before you can help the Earthen Ring, you must help yourself. To the west, you will find dung heaps left behind by the wildlife of Nagrand. You must search the dung for the digested remains of the Nagrand Caracoli. From this bean, I am able to make a tablet that will aid you in your battle against the restless forces of nature. Return to me when you have collected no less than 2 fists worth of Caracoli. Ogre-sized fists." So we're going to go ahead and accept that quest, and we are going to go dig through the poo. Come on, everybody. It is time to dig through the poo in World of Warcraft. Now, I thought about doing some of the classic poo quests from the very first WoW game, but honestly, a lot of them, as far as I can tell, were added in Cataclysm. Oh, and here we go. We have... Yep, that is definitely a pile. Alright, well... digested beans. There's one on the Horde side that I thought about trying to do, and that one has to do with hill giants and the fact that the goblins have been mining hill giant poop because they think it's a rare mineral, but it turns out it's just hill giant poop. And worse, the giants only poop once every decade. So that's why the mineral azurite is so rare. Now, azurite is found in Azura, and it is different than azurite, even though they sound quite a bit alike. Alright, we need to dig through 3 more piles of this poop. Yep, nothing like fresh poo. Now, a lot of people wonder if it's just some extremely juvenile humor that causes Blizzard to put a poop quest in every single expansion, although I have heard that there is not one in Shadowlands. Don't know if that's true or not. If you know of one in Shadowlands, drop it in the comments below, because I was looking around and I could not find a single poop quest in Shadowlands. They've already found the poop quest for Dragonflight, so if Shadowlands doesn't have one, it would be, to my knowledge, the only expansion that doesn't. So, interesting little trivia. Like I said, these are very, very short quest chains, but there's at least one in every expansion. I did think about the other poop quests that I could think of off the top of my head in the Burning Crusade expansion, and that is shiz work, where you have to take a goblin's hellhound out for a walk because he ate the keys to the goblin shredder, and you need to encourage him to do his duty and then dig through it to find the goblin's keys. That one's actually really funny because it gives you the debuff of stanky for, I do believe, 10 minutes after each time you dig through the hellhound's poo. So, anyway.
See you.
Alright. Elementalist Loap makes 2 fists and then shakes his head in disapproval. Ogre-sized. Sorry, dude. I'm a blood elf. I have smaller fists. Please, do not wash yourself in the sacred waters of the throne. Elementalist Loap holds a prepared caracoli tablet up. You place this under your tongue and allow it ample time to dissolve. Once it's dissolved, you will be able to breathe underwater as though it were air. And if you don't think about it too much, which let's just not think about it too much, you just dug through poop, and he turned it into a pill that you now have to hold under your tongue. I'm not sure that breathing water is worth that, but thank you, Onyx, for your help. I'm sure you greatly enjoyed that. Don't wash your hands in the waters of the throne, and we're going to switch over to Beryl, who is in the Amber Pine Lodge, and she is feeling a little bit peckish. And here we are. As you can tell by the music, we are in Grizzly Hills, one of my absolute favorite zones that has only actually been topped, at least musically, now by the Azure Span, which has a very similar but different vibe to it. But, you know, it was a long, hard slog to get here, and I think Beryl's feeling just a little bit hungry. So you go into the Amber Pine Lodge, and you look to your left, and what is this? They've left out snacks. That's wonderful. Let's take a snack. It says, amber seeds. Your stomach growls as the pungent smell of hearty nuts draws your attention to the bucket of seeds. Some thoughtful soul has obviously left these complimentary morsels here to rejuvenate weary visitors. Grateful, you take the remaining few and you devour them. The seeds do not disappoint. Finding yourself hungry for more, you set out to discover their origins. All right, let's go see. Those were delicious, absolutely wonderful seeds. We are very grateful for them. Hello, Master Woodsman Anderhall. Do you have more of those delicious seeds?
Need help?
Amber seeds.
Light bless you.
You did what? Those were amber seeds, and that was the entire harvest worth. Those magical seeds may have been the answer to our food crisis. Believe me when I tell you, Beryl, you are going to make this right.
Go with honor, friend.
We must act quickly, Void Elf. We can't risk letting those precious seeds become digested. They need to come out now. Forage up some black root from the riverbank just west of here, and I will make you a purgative that should get things moving. Hurry now. And remember, you brought this on yourself.
Be careful.
All right.
Go with
well,
honor,
that doesn't
friend.
sound very nice. But I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. I feel kind of bad. We ate their entire harvest worth of amber seeds, but it was barely enough for a taste. And all it did was leave us wanting more. This is not fair. But that's okay. I guess we'll just have to do what we have to do. Now, if you do come to do this quest and you happen to be a hunter, keep your eyes open for the Great Spirit Bear. Depending on your realm, you might be able to get, I think his name is Arctis. He is wonderful. He is fantastic. And I've gotten him on a couple of my hunters, so that is always nice. Also, I love these bears because if you watch them, they're actually fishing. And they're actually catching fish. Look, there's a rainbow trout. Let's see if this grizzly bear manages to catch himself some lunch. Oh, I think he did it. I think he did it. That bear gets to eat tonight. And he's stalking off because he doesn't want to share, obviously. Mean old bear. Alright, well, anyway, we will leave the bears to their lunch. After all, the marshal did seem to think that this was quite the imperative mission. So, you know, it was actually kind of hard for me to find characters that I have not already done this quest on, because it is, I think, probably one of the iconic quests that you think of when you think of World of Warcraft. Even if you don't bother reading quest text, I'm gonna bet a lot of you actually remember this one.
Well met.
Alright, Marshall. Just passing through.
The Alliance.
Have you found the Black Root? Yes, I did.
Be careful.
These should do just fine. Anderhall deftly twists the stalks, collecting their slick fluids in a tiny vial. There we go. Now, it's time to get down to business.
Light bless you.
Alright, Void Elf, here's the juice. It works immediately, so don't use it until you are safely inside the outhouse. Now, get me those seeds. Okay.
Be careful.
You say so.
Light bless you.
And then you have to head out here to the outhouse, and this is probably the part everyone remembers. In we go. Okay, well, anyway, I'm not sure I'm going to want to solve the food crisis with those seeds after that particular scene, but
What can I do for you?
there
Go
we
with
go.
honor, friend.
We did our
For the
duty.
Alliance.
And we get a mildly tarnished ring. I'm not going to ask how the ring got tarnished. He says, well, everything come out okay? Looks like we caught him just in time.
Light bless you.
And there we go.
Be careful.
2 poop quests. Because why not? So, oh god. I just happened to notice that Benjamin Jacobs comes up and he's like, I know. Put him back in the bucket. Which means that the seeds that you ate might have gone through someone else already. We're not going to think about that too hard, though. But that is where we're going to leave it. If you have any other quests that you would like to see me do, just drop it in the comments down below, and I would be more than happy to run through them and see just things that are memorable, things that are fun, things that make you smile, things that make you cry. You know, the whole gamut of emotions that World of Warcraft can sometimes manage to bring to the gamer. Anyway, thank you as always, and I will see you next week.